Janice, this is your video. I love that you're a Giants fan. I'm a huge Giants fan. Cool. Hey, look at you chillaxing with friends. And you know what? One drink, a small glass of wine or something, is not going to induce cortisol levels to halt fat burning for 4 days. But two? Yeah, two will. Definitely two will. My real goal for you is to customize this and do such a great job with you that you feel like this. And that's the attitude that you need during this program. I'll talk to you real soon. We're about to start and embark on a new lifestyle for you. And Janice, I believe in you. You know, it doesn't matter how long you've waited. There's always time to make a change in your life and strive for more. You don't get stuck worrying. Always new opportunities in front of you. So don't get overwhelmed. Just focus one small step at a time. I guarantee you, your talents and abilities will improve over time. But listen, you got to get started somewhere. And this is where to start. Talk to you soon. Janice, Dave Parisi, how are you? This is one day before we actually go on to the workout area, the floor, and start filming. I just wanted to do an introduction. We talked about trying to pick that one modality that you like the best in regards to cardiovascular activity. We talked about the kickboxing. Why? We put ourselves in that environment that burns the most calories. Okay, you talked a little bit about all these different group classes. So I want you to decide. I also threw in a little virtual jump roping or jump roping if you do know how to jump rope with the rope, or you could obviously pretend you're jump roping, but we'll get into that. So as much cardiovascular activity as possible. What we're going to do is we have 2 hours today, then we're going to come back tomorrow and do another 3 hours. So it's going to be probably 4 to 5 hours of filming, and I'm going to try to explain each modality as best as possible. But here's the gist of what you're about to see. When the movie starts, because it is almost, it's not a trailer, that's for sure. It's going to be probably an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes long. You're going to see small blue screens, and it'll say something like, I have my notes in front of me. It'll say something like day 1, back and triceps. Those are just regions of the body, and encompassed or incorporated in that region of the back, we might do 4 or 5 exercises. We might do 12 to 15 reps of each exercise. And then I might show you a pattern of how to follow those exercises. 3, 4 exercises combined, how to go around from A, B, C, D, how to rest, what to do in between, etc. It's a little complex, but you'll love it. Day 2, day 3. So I'm probably going to set it up that way with you. We have day 1, day 2, day 3. Here's your option. Take day 4 off totally, maybe do some stretching and cardio, or just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 off. Okay? First scenario, 1, 2, 3 off, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 off. The bottom line is you're doing that 1, 2, 3 twice a week. That means every major group, you're doing all those modalities twice. You're training your chest twice a week. You're training your back twice a week, etc., etc. In the video, you're going to see what I call fillers. Active rest, active recovery. These are just like a plank or some kind of a reach, some kind of a bridge. These are things that you could throw in anytime, anywhere. They're free game. Okay? So enjoy your new lifestyle, and we're going to get in touch real soon. I'm doing the nutrition program today for you. Hopefully I'll get that done within the next 2 to 3 hours. Okay, I love your passion. I'm here to help you. Call me anytime, text me anytime, email me anytime. All right? Welcome to your new life. Talk soon. Okay, here we are. This is your video. Hope you enjoy it. We're going to take it slow. Okay, the first thing we want to do is create some kind of neural awareness or increase inner core temperature. So we all know about that and how important it is. You're going to immediately come to a solid base or a foundation. I want you to get mobile. These are the things that you never see people do. Extremely important. You're going to increase your neural ability to connect, send signals with the muscle by moving the joints prior to the workout. And it's not about the elliptical, it's not about the treadmill. I just want you to move your legs like a pendulum, swing. I'm actually working, believe it or not, the stability leg, the one that's on the ground. Side to side, little rotation.
Opposite side. How many do you do? I don't know. How many do you do? Okay, that's another thing about fitness. We don't really want to count. We're just going through the motions. If you want to do 5 or 10 or 15 on each side, that's fine. Just some simple ranges of motion. Move your joints around. Very simple. Elite athletes literally do this every single time before they start any event. You warm up first to increase intercord temperature, because the last thing you want to do is just start stretching or touching your toes. That does nothing. That actually will decrease the leg tension relationships, or the length tension relationships in a muscle, and actually pull the muscle and make it even worse. So always warm up first, increase intercord temperature, and then start moving around. Okay, so we have 2 exercises. We're still in the transition of starting the actual strength training program. There's a lot of little exercises that we have to do to engage or connect with muscles responsible for stability. Okay, we're going to activate the glutes. We're going to make sure that the muscles of the low back are a little more shortened and basically respond to not going into flexion like we do all day when we're seated. So somewhere in the gym, you're going to have to lay down and find a bench as well. We're going to pair these exercises back and forth. We do a lot of pairing. We do a lot of triplets. Okay, you've probably seen these in the gym. These are called triggers. Okay, they're the foam rollers. They're PVC pipes with a coating, and they're just basically called trigger point. All right. So what we're going to do is first, I'll get to that in a second. What I'm going to have you do is just lay on your back. Now, come on, you know what a bridge is. A bridge is 90 degrees of knee flexion here. Okay, this would be incorrect. Look at that angle. Okay, what we want to do is make sure that it's 90, so it's out here. 90 degrees of knee flexion. My hands are on the ground because I need that base of support. What I'm going to do also is act as if there's a sponge on the small of my back. I'm going to flatten my back out. You can see the transition from here to here. I'm then going to press up and hold that position. I'm then going to take my hands and bring them to the ceiling and hold that position. Okay? All I'm saying to myself right now is I cannot let my hips drop. Cannot let my hips drop. I'm going to do 5 reps. Right now I'm feeling it in my hamstrings and my glutes. I'm on a stable surface, but I'm still activating on a neural aspect. I'm activating the glutes and the hamstrings, which is what I'm going to need for most of my exercises, because I'm going to be doing a lot of forward flexed movements. From there, I'm going to drop my hands, go back up, and I'm going to lift my knee straight up to the ceiling and hold for 10 seconds. Drop. Hold for 10 seconds. Don't let this happen. Keep those hips high. Hold for 10 seconds. My arms, my shoulder blades, and my head are my platform to exert this force off of. Hold for 10 seconds. I'm doing 5 sets. Hold. Hold. Drop down. It's a giant cannoli. Put a dumbbell inside. Okay? There's your load. Put it on your hips. 25 reps. 2, 3. There's a 15-pound dumbbell inside. I don't want a lot of weight. I just want to activate the glutes a little more in this position. Once I do my 15 reps, I'm going to stop, drop, come on up, go to a flat bench. So if you want to lay on the floor, that's fine. Now I'm on a flat bench, and from the side, I'm going to slowly move down on the bench, carefully. This is what I don't want to do all the time. So I'm going to drop here, come down. Notice I say my ankles are directly under my knees. I don't use the term feet or heels. A lot of trainers do that. We press through the ankles. The weight distribution is the same throughout the entire foot. Yes, the foot is flat, but we press through the ankles. My head and shoulder blades are connected to the bench. My arms are there as well. I'm in a tabletop position, okay? I'm going to drop, but look, my head goes along for the ride. The bench is now used as a pivot across my shoulder blades or my scapula, as I go into a hip thrust, hip thrust, hip thrust, hip thrust. Good. Keep it going. 10 to 12. Hold number 12. Slight march. Slight march. Don't let the hips drop. Slight march. Slight march. We haven't started the workout yet. Okay? This is all part of the corrective conditioning. This is all part of the neural aspect or the response we're looking for so that our body is actually getting ready to perform all these motions and positions without getting injured. I'm activating muscles that are responsible for stability during these fine motor skills or these other exercises we're about to perform. To get out of this position, rock, 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 back and forth, turn, and you're up. We'll be right back. We're going to start back when we return. Okay, so here it is. This is nothing more Home Depot. Don't look at the connectors. It's just a round disc right here that you buy at home, a ring, just a round ring. You buy it at Home Depot. This is like $1.29. And just a long rope. A long white rope is all it is. Okay, in the ends I just tied a knot. That's it. You can tie 2 knots. Okay, you're going to walk out the door at a Lowe's or a Home Depot, so to speak. You're going to walk out the door buying this piece of rope and just put a round ring at the top and tie it. You're done. Okay, you're going to walk out for less than $20. I need you to get one of these. We're going to hook it to any type of pulley. Any top pulley. This could be a free motion machine. Now, this is a very old machine. The machines today, obviously the pulley slides up and down on a tracking system. Okay, but you're going to have this rope and hook it to the top pulley. Pick accordingly to your strength level, your weight. Here's the exercise. You're going to walk away to the weight stack is about 3 or 4 inches off the plates, or the plates are off the weight stack 3 or 4 inches. Your hands are out in front of you. Standing in a posture, just like you might be playing tennis or playing golf. You're in that ready position, whatever it is, waiting for the serve or waiting to address the ball. Same exact position. Hands are straight. I want you to drive your fist down into the ground, depress your shoulder girdle. You have the mechanical ability when your hands reach your hips to draw your shoulder blades back, come back up to your starting position and hold. I'm driving my fists down into the ground. I'm driving my shoulder blades at this point down into the ground. When my fist reaches my thighs, I have the mechanical ability to retract my shoulder blades, retract my shoulder blades, retract, retract, retract. That's just this. Okay? That's all it is. That's all I'm doing. Here we go. Straight arm. Retract. Pause. Pull. Retract. We don't want to see any of this. Okay, or any of this. Stay in one spot. I'm in a fixed position. Nothing moves. My ankles, my knees, my hips, my cervical spine, nothing moves. You only see the articulation from my shoulder, my glenohumeral joint, or my shoulder joint. My arms are pipes, straight pipes. I do not own an elbow. Do not own an elbow, straight back. I have to make sure that I'm as close to the pulley possible so the pulley's as high as possible. Okay? Can't walk way back here. It's more tricep. Get in as tight as you can where the weight doesn't hit the weight stack. Show the weight stack for a minute. Okay, just make sure it's about that high off when you start your position, and look at the position of my arms. Okay, you're going to do 15 repetitions of this. As soon as you let that go, literally, you're going to go right to a vertical pull. Look at this bar. You probably don't have one. I need a close bar. Ones with the circles. Something close together. Not the small hand grips. Follow me. You've probably seen something like this. Okay? They don't have to swivel, but you've seen something like this at your gym. Some kind of connector. Maybe it's long and comes out, but the bottom line is when you're here doing a row, you're here. When you're doing a vertical pull, you're here. So, your first exercise after the rope, you're staying close to those machines. is going to be some kind of pull where your hands are this far apart. Sit as tall as you possibly can, because that was a row and this is vertical. Two different aspects of the back. Now, instead of retracting the shoulder blades, I'm going to depress my shoulder blades. Did you see that? Did I say pull with your arms? No, I did not. You're not going to pull with your arms. Everybody in the gym, I promise you, is going to be doing this. That's elbow flexion. We want to get you to the next level. We're going to depress your shoulder blades, followed by your elbows, and hold. Slow. Depress your shoulder blades. Do you notice my arms going down? And do you notice the weight stack rising? And I never bent my elbows. Okay? Shoulder depression, followed by the elbows, and hold. Do you notice that I never say the word hands? We don't pull with our hands. Our hands are no more than a gripping device, holding onto this bar, this man-made manufactured bar. We just happen to get it right. It should be a little wider, but it's better than nothing. Slow. Hold. Do you notice I'm not pulling the bar to my chest? Look what happens. My elbows go back. I'm out of opposition. So I only go down to about my chin. Most people that I've met, regardless of their height or weight or biomechanics, they usually stop right around their chin. Do not pull the bar to your chest. We look at range of motion of the joint, not the bar. You're going to do 12 reps of that. As soon as you let that down, 2 sets. What do you think you're going to do next? Okay? I don't care who's looking. This is a mission. Okay? This is a quest. You decided that you wanted to get in the best shape of your life. You're going to jump. You might have a rope. So you just find a spot in the gym, anywhere. Go in a corner. Run somewhere between 2 machines. And there's no traffic. I know it could be a pain. The gym owner's going to look at you. Don't do that over there. Find a spot where you can just jump between sets. How many jumps? I don't know, you tell me. 25? It better be at least 25. 50? Maybe 100. You just did 2 exercises. Okay? We did the rope and the vertical pull, and we went right into the jump. Guess what? We're going around 3 times. So, does it matter if you start with this? No. You could start with this. You could do another 12 reps here. You have your rope. You could do another 12 reps here. You immediately go back to your jump. Whatever it is. You might be jumping rope. You know what? Maybe you're doing this. Maybe you're doing this. You got your headphones on. Can't talk to anybody right now. Sorry. Can't talk to anybody. And you're just running. And you're doing your thing. And you're jumping. Okay? All right? Maybe you want to do this. Bottom line is you stay active between your sets. Don't call this HIIT. This is not HIIT. I don't believe in HIIT. I believe in MIT, medium intensity training. That's the way the human body was meant to work. Okay? You don't want to do things incorrectly where it's going to decrease or deviate from the goal of strength training. We just want to increase a little bit of body strength, add some muscle to that, make sure that we're doing things safely and effectively, slow, rhythmic, and under your active control. I just did 12 reps. I got my breath. I'm okay. I took a little sip of water. I'm right back in here. Another 12. Retract. Retract. Do you get the idea? Now, as you notice, when we're doing back, I like to do, there's only 2 ways to train back, literally 2 ways in the human body to train back. Don't let anyone tell you any differently. Your back could either depress your shoulder blades or retract your shoulder blades. All the different exercises that we do always do either depression or retraction. You're just looking them in the rules of the body, not the world. When I look at the body, it's relative to the body, not the world. So if you see pieces of skin moving all over the place and go, oh, that looks cool. No, it's not cool. You can only work in 2 planes. So anything out of those planes increases a cumulative stress process, and you're definitely going to get injured. If you are thinking right now in your head, oh, that's why I feel it here, or that's why, Or that's why I only feel it in my biceps when I train back. You feel it in your biceps when you train back because you never activated the proper scapula depressors or the proper shoulder blade retractors. Okay, because you're just pulling and pushing and going through these motions that a overzealous trainer might or might not have shown you. I'm not going to throw everybody under the bus, but this is what I see on a daily basis over the last 30 years. This is a free motion machine right here. I set the plates the appropriate weight. It's one thing that I cannot help you with. I can assist with giving you an idea of how to pick it. You need to pick a weight that you cannot lose your form throughout every single repetition, literally. Okay? I'd rather see you stop midstream and shake rather than pull and deviate from the goal, drop your sternum, and increase your relative risk. There's a risk and a benefit ratio to every movement. These cables are up. This is a free motion machine. I hope you have one. The bottom line is you need two pulleys that are high. Show this angle quick. They're not too far apart, okay? Please don't do this. You don't need it out here. Okay, two pulleys hanging. If you have the free motion machine, you're going to have to sit on the ground on this one or a bench. So just improvise. Slowly, the weight is taking me down. Look how easy that is. Okay, no load whatsoever. Sit here, feet 90 degrees of knee flexion. It's that same vertical pull in a free motion aspect. I'm going to drive my shoulder blades down, followed by my elbows. Look at the position my hands are in. It's an inverted V. Look. It's perfect for you. Perfect. I'm not this way. I'm not like it's a straight bar. Don't mimic a straight bar in a free motion machine. I have my arms in its strongest, most optimal position, and I have a slight inverted V. I'm going up slowly. I'm breathing in. I'm driving my shoulder blades down, followed by my elbows like I want to put them in my back pockets. Slow. This is true anatomical function. It does not get any better than this. Unless I was marketing a product that I want to sell you. I'd probably say something crazy to make you go online and click here. Want more? Okay, so here we go. Pause, slow, pull, hold. I'm going to do 10 to 12 how'd you guess? 10 to 12 repetitions. Get creative with this machine. Once you learn how to use it, hold, one up. Drive it down as that one's holding, full depression, contraction. This one comes up. Depress, hold. Depress, hold. Depress, hold, both. Listen, there's no rules here. You did 6 regular, you did 6 alternating, maybe you did 2 more just for the fun of it and held that position. To get up with this kind of load, rock. Let it pull you up. That was a vertical pull. You're going to come right over to a dumbbell. Listen, you could probably just have a dumbbell sitting there, literally, sitting on the ground. Because when you go back, you don't want, the guy who doesn't know how to do the exercise correctly, who's just wasting his time, and you're standing there tapping your foot, wondering why he's doing that, when you could do the right thing. So you don't want to really leave the machine, especially if it's busy. But if you can, you need a base of support. I'm showing you this. Get creative. You could use a machine standing nearby. Anything that you could put your hand on, that's about that low. You've seen this 1,000 times. Okay? We don't start lawnmowers. Okay? That is ridiculous. The knee, the hip socket, the acetabulum, everything is stressing. You're never straight, and you're rocking your body. You're in the wrong path when it comes to scapular retraction. I want you upright. You could do this or this. Okay? I prefer the hand. You might want to just use your arm. The arm in motion is that leg back. There's my position. Contact points. 1, 2, 3. You don't see any of this, right? That's what you'll see in the gym. Hold that upright. Drive your elbow back. What don't you see? You don't see any of this. Okay? I'm standing straight. I'm not standing like this. Neutral. Drive it back. Drive it back. 2. Drive it back. 3. Drive it back. 4. You don't see any of this. I'll do that all day long. All day long. There's no weight. Use the muscle. Drive it back. Drive it back. Drive it back. Switch. Okay? Drive it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're doing 12. Boom. So let's say 12. Careful on this one. If you're close, you could drop it, or you could step forward in your strong position, step back, and drop it. Or you might be near a bench, you could just drop it right off to a bench. Guess what we're doing next? Is the goal fat loss? I'm sorry? Is the goal fat loss? 25. Is the goal, I'm going to build a little more muscle, I'm going to do some cardio tonight. Then you go right back to the exercise. If you want to really change the shape of your body, change body composition, maintain the muscle, lose the fat, I'll use the term ripped, defined, shredded. It's marketing. If you want that look, in between, 25. You sit right back down, 50, 100. I jump 100 between every set. Every triplet, every double, I jump 100 ropes. Okay? If you could do 100, do 100. Okay? Right back down. Vertical, 12 reps. Remember the pattern. Shoulder blade, depression, followed by the elbows. Like I want to drive them in my back pockets. Shoulder blade depression, elbows. Slow. Shoulder blade depression, elbows. I just did 12 reps. Maybe I have enough strength to do a few more. We're going back. 1, 2, to the dumbbell. There is no rest. I'll talk to you in a minute. There is no rest. That was your friend asking you a question. What are you doing tomorrow night? Okay, slow. Who cares? Okay, I'm working out right now. I'm working. Leave me alone. Slow. Pull back. Switch. Other side. 12. Nice and easy. What does not happen? What does not happen? This. Stay upright. Stay upright. This is wrong. This is correct. Drive it back. Drive it back. Drive it back. Drive it back. Versus pull. All day. All day. Elbow flexion? Is that back? No. Scapular retraction? Yes. That's why when we do the rope, that's the horizontal plane, okay? And that's why when we do the pull, then down. Scapula, elbow. From a front view, that was the inverted V I was talking about. Instead of having your hands here, pulling, okay? Or here, which please don't do that. I'm not going to get into this, okay? This is cool, and that's cool. That's where I want you, right there. Look, anatomical chart. Strongest position in the human body. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull. And there it is. We'll be right back. We are back, no pun intended, but we're still into the back. Remember, this is our first day. You saw the warm-up. This is our first day. You just saw me complete 3 sets. We paired 2 exercises. The vertical pull, seated. Now, if there's a Bozu in the facility, bring it down. Sit on the Bozu. It's a nice chair. If there's an Airex pad, these are TheraBand pads, just cushion pads. Don't sit on the stability ball because we're not trying to create that environment. We want it more of a fixed platform to exert more force off of, increase more muscular hypertrophy, muscle building, than worry about stabilizers and things. So the bottom line is we did this, and then we went over and did that single arm dumbbell row. You go 3 times. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Absolutely no rest. What's in between 1, 1? You got it. Jump. Okay? That's because you told me your goal was, I have to reshape my body. I want to change my body composition. I'm not here to make my jeans tighter. I'm not going to build massive amount of muscle and get my jeans tighter. Yeah, okay, I'll be stronger. That's cool. That's not your goal. If I'm wrong, correct me. We'll take the jump rope out. See how easy this is? You want to build massive muscle, take the jump rope out and slow down. Go 1, 2. Have a chat with your friends. Go 1, 2. Have a chat with your friends. That's different. That's a different environment. I'm designing this so you could change the shape of your body literally by next April. If you follow this program, by April, you'll be exactly where you want to be. I promise you. I've taken people, I won't even tell you the results, 80 pounds overweight, and in less than 5 or 6 months, they're literally stepping on stage going into a Miss Fitness contest. Okay, why? Okay, I think you know the answer to that. Here's what we're going to do. We're still on back. I want you to look at this setup. I have 2 dumbbells on a bench. I'm trying to design this program for you that you have the availability not to get things taken from you at the gym. I'm looking at your environment. I also want to make it really simple for you, all right, so you don't have to set up too much and go crazy. So we have 2 dumbbells on a bench. It's there for a reason. Okay, now we have any old cable machine. Listen, if you have the big stations that have the high pulleys, the low pulleys, the pulleys slide up and down, picture this as a pulley sliding up and down. That's all it is. I just put the pulley level with your belly button, the umbilicus. Okay? Single cable. Set a weight. I walked away. Do I want a base of support? Yeah, because maybe somewhere near this machine, there's another machine that you could hold on to. That's cool. But you know what? Maybe you want to do it free motion. I'm going to suggest for fat loss and for neural activity and to burn more calories in a given time allotment or a given window, I'm going to say free motion. Listen, and you don't have to walk directly in front of the machine where people are going by. You could stand to the side, anywhere you want. Here's the motion and position. The arm in motion. A lot of people favor the same leg back. I don't. I like the arm in motion, this leg forward. I feel more stable. I feel stronger. What am I doing for a row? A row is a row. I'm drawing my shoulder blade back, followed by my elbow. I'm not pulling. This is so wrong. Okay, I am drawing my shoulder blade back, down and back. Drawing it back, down. Remember? Drive it back. Remember? Drive it back. You just don't see me forward flex. I'm doing the same exact exercise I did with the dumbbell, only the resistance is different. Okay, the tension is different because I have a cable. So I get to eccentrically load. I get to concentrically load throughout the entire repetition range. I get to think about my stability, my platform, my base of support. 12, switch. Slow. Draw, hold, slow. Draw, hold, slow. Draw, hold. We're going to do something a little different here today. Okay, we're in our 3rd series of back. We're still doing back. It's so much. Yeah, I know it is. It's the largest muscle in your body. Okay, and we're not going to take anything away from it because to get in the best shape of your life, you're going to train muscles you do not see in the mirror. Okay, everything between the shoulder blades. Everything, if you looked at yourself straight on in front of the mirror, every muscle you don't see in the mirror are the most important muscles in the body. And the best bodies, I'm talking the hottest bodies, are those bodies who train exactly what I'm showing you today. Okay, I'm not going to get into who I've trained and who they are. Okay, they don't have great genetics, trust me. They're no different than you and I. It's just because they're training correctly. Listen, I'm doing a single arm row. You're going to do it differently. You got the mechanics down. Drive, slow. Shoulder blade, slow. You're going to incorporate a slight squat. Your feet are in squat stance. You're in front of a pulley. Your arm is straight. I showed you the mechanics of the row. Okay, we're going to up the level of intensity by going into a squat. And we stand in our strongest position. Into a squat, strong position. Breathe in, strong position. Strong position. I love the trainers who do this. And they pull in the weakest position. See it every day in the gym. Always pull in your strong position. That's core. The only way to train core, you're going to hear all this stuff today, you're going to love this. The only way to train core in the body and enhance your strength aspect in core is in a standing position. I'm sorry, but all the planks in the world do not build a strong core. You need to have a strong core to do a plank, or you're going to activate the outer muscles. That's why people lift their butts and drop their heads. So, okay, unfortunately, that's the industry. Got to deal with it. Pull. 12, 12, 12, 12. What did I just do? I did 12 squats with a pull on the left side. I went right to the right side, left side, right side, left side, right side. 3 sets, absolutely no stop. Okay? What did I do in between? Yeah, I jumped. You know what? Maybe I had a rope. Okay? I found my spot, looked around my surroundings, and I started to jump 25 times. Okay? 25 jumps. That wasn't 25. I'm faking it. So, I have 2 dumbbells on the bench. I'm ready for my second round. I'm still doing back. Look. Glutes, hamstrings, low back, shoulder blades. All the muscles you don't see in the mirror. All the muscles you go, oh, I want to work on that. Oh, I wish I could work on this. Okay, this is all spot training, not spot reducing. This way, when you lose the body fat, underneath that body fat, the adipose tissue that lays on top of the muscle, everything is going to be dense. We don't use the word tone. Everything's going to be harder. Okay, it's not going to jiggle, so to speak. Shoulder width apart. Grab the dumbbells. Notice what I did? I didn't say grab the dumbbells. I grabbed the dumbbells in a strong position. I did not grab the dumbbells. I'm here. See the difference? Here, look. Strong position. Grab the dumbbells. Lift. Tap. Bend the knees. You're laughing at me right now. No, we're not doing a deadlift. Okay, I am just taking load and driving my shoulder blades back and standing tall. This is a corrective exercise that's going to make me stronger next time I train back. This is a corrective exercise that's going to open up the rectus femoris. It's going to alleviate any tightness I might have on my hip flexors as I sit all day. That's going to have transition to your workouts. You're going to be sore the next day, you're going to pull a muscle, you're going to feel like SH. Why? Because you have tight hip flexors and everything's pulling you forward. I'm giving you great exercises that are going to strengthen your body, get your body dense, get your body toned, if you want to say that. Okay? They don't look like they're that strenuous. But listen, who said you had to use these? Okay? I put down 80-pound dumbbells when I do this exercise. These are 25. I'm trying to set this up for you. You don't have to use 25. Use 30, 35, 40. Don't lose your form. What goes first? Hips. Stick your butt out. Hips. Don't use your knees. Hips. Don't do this. How many times do you see this in the gym? I'm sorry. I'm trying to be serious. Okay, it's this. Strong position. String coming out of your head, pulling to the ceiling. How many times are we doing this? We're doing 4 sets. Are we staying here? Yes, we are. We're doing just this. Okay, just this exercise. Just this exercise. We're doing 12 reps, 4 sets. We'll be right back. Okay, these are what I call little small cardio bouts. Okay, we're going to also incorporate, it's a strength move and a cardio move together. So we just did back. Think about all the muscles that were responsible for the back. Besides this shoulder blade complex, retracting or depressing, what did we use a lot of? The bicep, elbow flexion. We did a lot of elbow flexion. So what is the opposing muscle group on the bicep? The opposing muscle group is the tricep. So I want to basically, without stretching, it's called reciprocal inhibition. Without stretching, I want to elongate, relax, neurologically shut off, okay? Have that bicep become a sleepy mechanism. I want it to basically recover. How do we do that without stretching? We do that by training the opposing muscle group that was taxed during the back exercise. Tricep. we're going to do a cardio component with a strength move. You're going to see 3. Okay, I'm disguising this as, hey, guess what? We're about to train your triceps. Okay, it's basically what we're going to do. We're going to train your triceps, but we're going to do a cardio bout in between. Okay, this is not a burpee, so get out of there. Okay, we're not going to talk about burpees and how dysfunctional they are in the human body. I really have never seen anyone, literally, and I've been to every gym in the state of Connecticut where I'm from, I've never seen one trainer, I've never seen one client, literally anywhere do a burpee correctly. Okay, if there is even a way to do it correctly. There's other ways to regress from that jumping up and throwing your face to the ground and arching your back and stressing your knees and your shoulder blades and driving your head forward and creating all these postural imbalances just to break a sweat. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show it to you in stages. This is still day number 1. We just finished back. I'm in a squat stance. I'm going to go down into my squat. Okay, now I'm tall, so I might not be able to go as deep as you. Okay, this is my squat. See the difference? This is my version. As I go down, I go forward, so I got to be careful. I'm going to go down into my squat. This is a basic squat. When you squat, do not throw your arms out in front of you like you see every day. It's comical. It really is. That's going to pull you forward. Gravity-induced posture. It's going to pull you to the balls of your feet. When you squat, throw your arms back. Retract your shoulder blades. Back. Retract your shoulder blades. Keep moving. I want you to do 20 repetitions. 20 repetitions. Look at my feet. Not here. Not here. Okay, none of this stuff. Joints don't work that way. There's no such thing as an inner thigh or an outer thigh in the human body. That's geography, not anatomy. We'll get into that. We could talk about that on the phone. Squat. Arms back. Arms back. Watch what I'm incorporating. See how we go through stages? I want a slight jump squat. What is a jump squat? Is it this? No, it is not. Useless. Okay? This is a jump squat. That's how far I'm coming off the ground. Right there. This is how it was invented right from the start. Has the most benefits. This is a lot of research, a lot of clinical research on this. Unfortunately, CrossFit brought it into play. We have to jump as high as we can. What? Did I say fit? Oh. Okay. I hope you got that. Jump squat. Land on your ankles, ankles, ankles. Why? Flat-footed every time. Every time. Okay? Don't land on the balls of your feet. And then start shaking and jump again. That's what you see in the gyms. Flat-footed. Get those heels down as soon as possible. Of course, when I land, my toes are hitting first. Of course. But get those heels down. Heels down. Heels down. Heels down. Come back and hold. This is safe. Hold this perfect posture on the bench. My hands are shoulder width apart. My arms and elbows are in. I'm going to slowly drop. Hold. Look. Let's relax our body for a minute. Okay? Look. Here I am. 1, 2, 3. Press myself up. Relax your body. 1, 2, 3. Press yourself up. That's how we start. That's how we learn. Relax your body. 1, 2. Push yourself up. I want you to be able to do reps here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't jump in, walk in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab. You can walk out. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk in. 1, 2. You get it. Jump squat, tricep. Jump squat, tricep. It's a tricep press. It's not a push-up. Push-up's here. It's tricep. It's in here. Strong position. Okay? Strong position. 9, 10. Guess what? You could only do 5. Good. Very good. I know you could do more than 5 jump squats. 9, 10. Connect, connect. Foot, foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you got 5. Do your jump squats. You'll get 10. Those are the 2 I want you to go through. Okay, we're still doing tricep. All right, we're staying with tricep. You just saw a series where we actually did the jump squats, then we got onto the bench and we did the tricep presses. Old school, we're going to use any cable machine with a straight bar. Listen, sometimes they have those easy curl bars. You've seen the bars that are pre-plate loaded and they look like an E. That's where they got the name Easy Curl. All right, never use the inside, always the outside if you do them. We have one here, you'll be seeing it in the bicep section. Any straight bar. What I was saying about the Easy Curl bar, sometimes they have them where they have those bends in the bar. You're going to take 2 hand grips off of any machine hanging in the gym and you're going to insert them on the bar. Now remember, the Easy Curl bars have the Z, so to speak, where they actually fit right inside so they don't slide. Once you apply pressure, they won't slide. Okay? Here's how far they're going to be apart. Look at your arm. Take your elbow to where your hand, you have to close your fist. Elbow to fist. Okay, that's your range of motion. Elbow to fist. That has to do with, there's a series of different formulas that has to do with your shoulder joint and how your arms holding against your body, how they articulate and go down. Because I want them to move freely. I don't want you to do what the typical gym goer does, holding those V bars and those little ropes and they twist and everything is inside. Okay, so from the side, you grab them. Watch what I do with the grips. I'm going to turn them down and hold them inside. Whoop. That will never happen. I'm trying to show you the grips. Once I grab the grips, I'm going to turn them and hold them inside. What does it look like? Inverted V. Okay, I could also go this way. But right now I'm going to hold it like this. So they're going to look just like this on the bar. I love what I do. Do you love what I do? I hope so. Hope you write something on the timeline saying that you had a great workout at least. Okay, here we go. Straight down to my sides and hold. Look at the position of my arms. What do you see in the gym? This is what you see in the gym. Here's what you're going to look like. Straight down, hold. Straight down, hold. Slow. Pause. Straight down, hold. Don't be afraid to come up. I'm going to put a little more weight on there so I can manage it properly. It's a little light for me. Hold on. Okay, that's much better. Slow. Pause. Look how high I come up. It's not. It's parallel to the ground. Everybody stops short. Everybody goes to here and tries to press. That's nothing but strain in the olecranon, in the elbow joint. Come on up. As long as my shoulders don't go forward, I'm fine. I'm not going to break. Hold. Extend. Hold. Extend. Hold. Extend. Now, when you're going through this motion, readjust. There's another move that I want to show you. Your elbow is a hinge joint. It's a fixed hinge. Okay, it only articulates flexion and extension. It's the hand, the ulnar radial, that has rotation. There's nothing coming from the elbow. There's just 2 bones here that cross one another. Okay, hold on. I'm getting to the point. The strongest position, but the weakest grip, but the strongest position and the safest on the elbow is the palm up. I want you to try it. Your palm is up the whole time. And you drive straight down. Slow. Straight down. Slow. Palm up the whole time. Straight down. If you have the athletic ability to put you in this position, watch what I do. Look at my position. Look at my arms. They don't move. To my thigh. If you have the ability to do this. Look, I'm still in an upright posture, right? Okay, I'm not all bent over. I'm in an upright posture. I'm in a strong position. Very strong position. And pull. And pull. This is the upright. This is mechanically, you'll feel a lot better here than you will here. You can give it a shot. Remember, you could do both. Here you are, you set this up, you're getting ready, you're doing your reps. You decided to do 6 like this. Then you decided on rep 7 to step back, palm up, pull, 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 for another, let's say, 6 reps. Very simple. That's the tricep move. I need a little break because I wanted to make sure I got the mechanics right. So you just finished the tricep move, literally. Well, guess what? We're going right into a core move. We would just flex forward, okay? Flex forward. So what I want you to do quickly is just get into that bridge position real quick and just do 6 repetitions. 6 repetitions. The head goes along with the ride. Once you do your reps, come back, sit on the bench, fall back. Watch what I do with my shoulder blades. I'm falling off the bench. But look what I'm doing here. Staying tight. Staying tight. What happens if I don't stay tight? I just fall back. Don't let this happen. Strengthen everything and stay up. There's a tennis ball under my chin. I can't squeeze into it and I can't let it go. Hold that tennis ball. Hold this tight. Hold this tight. Don't move. Look, you're going to want to do this. Don't move. Don't let it drop. Don't move. Are we doing crunches? No. We're not doing crunches. Hold this tight. Maybe you'll be here. All right? Maybe you're super strong. You'll be way out here. Just hold it. Level of difficulty. More difficult. More difficult. Super difficult. Hold. 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 Hold onto the bench. Rock up. Guess what you're doing? You're going right back into this. You hook them up, and you go right back into your presses, elbow extension, tricep, forward, palm up, pull, stop, go right back to the bench. 6, rock, sit up, turn, create opposition in the upper body. Keep this tight, like I'm clapping my hands together. Hold. First hand position. Level of difficulty. Difficulty. More difficult. Remember the transition. This hand stays parallel to the ground. Come around. Switch. Drop. Hold. What's going on with the chin? Tennis ball into the chin. Grab the bench, rock it up, and right back. Okay? And you do that again. 3 sets. Tricep, bench, hip thrust, hold that contraction in the abs. Tricep, bench, hip thrust, hold the contraction. Do that 3 times. Okay? We're going to do one more tricep exercise. We'll be right back. These are very useful exercises. You've seen them a lot. They're very useful. It's how you do them, the body position, etc. The last of the tricep exercises, what I want you to do, I'm going to show you 2 versions. You could pick the version you want and alternate. I don't want you to get bored doing the same thing all the time. So this is that underhand grip. I have a pulley above me. Look, this is any pulley in the gym. A pulley with a hand grip. It's above your head. Get as high as you can. I want you to face and square the pulley. This is the difference. Square the pulley. Grab, turn your hand around, pull straight down. Hold this position. Tight and strong. Nothing moves but the elbow joint. Come all the way up. Pull it down. Okay, come all the way up. Pull it down. Now, as soon as you get done with that, you're going to transition to the opposite hand and do the same thing. You're going to do 12 reps. Look at the range of motion. Comes all the way up, hold. All the way up, hold. It's one version. I'll show you another version. I'm here. My palm is up this way. And I pull straight down to the outside of my thigh. I keep my sternum high. That's the key to the exercise. Right here. Right here. Slow, strict, rhythmic. I did 12. I transition. Opposite foot forward. I pull with my palm up to the opposite thigh. Here's the key. Not this. Here's the key to the exercise. Keep my sternum high. And I go non-stop. 4 sets on each side. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Now, you might not prefer that. Okay, it could be uncomfortable for the hand. I have 2 pulleys high. Here's what I can do. You've seen the exercise, very effective, where people take the ropes over their head and they do this. Okay, externally rotated position, the weakest joint and the weakest position of the glenohumeral joint. It's called shoulder impingement syndrome. So we're going to take it and make it more free, the way the body was intended to move. Now your hands can go this way. I grab these. Watch what I do. I turn them. Look, I use the straps. The straps are my friend. I'm not even holding on to the grips. All strap. I'm going to bring them down to my side. I'm going to walk out, walk back. Look at my arms. Water is running down. If I look at myself right here, water can run down my arms. That's the position you need to be in. Not up here. I stabilize my body. What does this look like? I'm almost doing a chest press, right? We didn't get into that yet. Slowly come back with the elbow to about my forehead. So that's the angle. And extend out. And extend out. This never moves. It's extension. Don't let the weight come back and lift the arm. Where you start is where you stay. Here I am. Drive. Slow. 3, 4. Slow. Hold. 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 You're going to do 6 to 8 repetitions. I'll show you why. Follow me on this. It's just easy. If you have a free motion machine like this, you're going to be able to do it. If you don't have a free motion machine like this, but you get those 2 pulleys up there, do just this exercise, 12 reps. If you have this machine, here's what I want you to do. On 6th or 7th rep, come in a position, pull anyone in you want. Whichever way you want to turn, it doesn't matter. Pull one in, come around to the other side, and get in this position. Cables are crossed. Watch what I do. I just turn from this position and I just turned around. The cables are crossed. Elbow extension. Elbow extension. Elbow extension. Guess what? Maybe you decided to start with this. Okay? It's okay. Elbow extension is elbow extension as long as you do it safely and effectively. And then you decided to turn into this exercise. So you're going from here to here, or standing tall, to here, to here. And that's basically it. You're going to do 2 sets. What that means is if you did 6 here, and then you turned around and you did another 6, that's 12. You're going to do 2 sets of that. If you decide just to do this, then you do 2 sets of 12, or just to do this, you do 2 sets of 12. And that wraps up the tricep move. We did that little bit of cardio in between the first one, the press. And that wraps up the tricep. Now, when you're doing the tricep moves, when you leave this exercise, where you grabbed the bench and did that, and you went to the fixed positions, you could jump in between as well. Remember that. So you're doing that straight bar where you hooked up the handles, you went over here, you could jump in between. So in between these two, you could do a couple jumps as well. Okay, we are back, and we had to take a day off, had to regroup, and we're back for another day to finish up this video. We still have some other segments to do for you, so here's what we're going to do. I have this free motion machine. Okay, we talked a little bit about this, making sure you had it at your facility. When you set these up, you're going to have your handbrake right here. It's a red handbrake. It usually comes standard on the machine. I have an older version. It comes with a foot pedal on the bottom. To set these up properly, all you do is stand in the center, fingertip to fingertip. That's your adjustment as far as range is concerned. Never go any wider. Everyone in the gym is going to throw them way out there. Just go fingertip to fingertip. Shoulder height. Shoulder height, and that's it. The first exercise out of the gate for chest, what I want you to do is this. You're standing there. You've done some active rest. There's a couple fillers that I'm throwing in that you've already seen. I want you to draw your arms back. That's all you're doing. Draw your arms back. Draw your arms back. Now, if you have some tubing, grab some light tubing. Put it around anything. And just draw your arms back. Straight pull. Straight pull. Try to work your shoulder blades with that. Notice that I'm not just pulling with my arms, that you do see my shoulder blade or scapula retracting, drawing together, drawing together, drawing together. Let's say you just did about 10 to 15 reps. Immediately go right into your chest cable. Listen, with chest, it has to be in line with your shoulder every time. So as I turn, this is the safest way to get into chest press. As I turn and walk forward, the load line is coming out of my elbow. This is incorrect. Look where the cable is. It's sitting on my arms. So there's no opposition. You have to figure out where you need to be so that the cable's pulling you outward. And you can only figure it out by walking right there. So now it's just coming out of my arms. This is horizontal shoulder reduction, everything chest. I have 1 foot back, 1 foot forward, stable base, nothing moves. I want a slight pelvic tilt. Stick your butt out. Keep your sternum high. Slowly go back and act as if you're right against the brick wall. I can't go back any further. Extend out. Slow, pause, extend. How do we count this in regards to cadence? 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, press. Slow, 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, hold. That's it. Slow and strict. 12 repetitions. Right out of the gate. Look where my arms are. Watch what I do. If I turn, look where the cable sits. Right inside my shoulder. That's how you know you're in direct opposition. On your last rep, bring it in like a sling. Slowly go back, hit the machine. You'll never get hurt. You're immediately going to the bench. Watch what I do with these dumbbells. I put them on my legs this way. Okay? I have a seat. It's virtually weightless. In this position, I use what's called rock and roll. I'm going to actually hip flex, throw my knees up, so I can get them on the bench. All momentum, so I don't strain myself. Look at the position of this chest press. Slightly inverted V. Okay, I'm not here over my face. Slightly inverted. When my arms come down, water can run down my arms if I was standing. See the angle? The bench is the floor. I can't go any further. And I'm going to come up 1 rep. Watch what I do. My feet are on the bench. Alternate. You're not going to see too many people train like this, I promise you. Alternate. If you feel comfortable doing this, I want you to start to bring your knees in. Careful. You're going to feel a pull on the inside. Internal, external oblique. We're adding a little function and a little challenge or neural engagement with the core as we go through the motion of horizontal shoulder adduction, chest. You're starting to feel a little fatigue. Drop. You're starting to feel a little fatigue. Slow. Pause. Press. Slow. Pause. Press. Let's just say you did 10 to 12. To get out of here the safest way, get used to this. Turn. Bring your knees to the dumbbells. Rock. And put them down. A lot of momentum. You did the chest press right to the flat bench. Immediately, we're going to throw in some fillers. We have a couple fillers we're going to throw in. I'm going to start with a plank. If you've done a plank before and you do not feel it in your low back, I'd like you to try this exercise. Okay? If you feel it in your low back, you just drop your knees. So what's the position of a plank? It's a straight line. It's a plumb line, isn't it? Here's what I'm going to look like on the floor. Not this. This is what you're going to see in the gym, right here. I want you to be like this, a perfect plank. So I'm going to bring this position down. Where my elbow sits, or where my toes are. Okay, look at that line. And there's my plank in this position. If you feel this at all in your low back, here's what I want you to do. Watch how subtle my knees are. Just drop your knees. What did I not do? Here's what everybody does. They drop their knees and they stick their butt up. My core just disengaged. Okay, there's nothing going on. Absolutely nothing. It's 100% superficial. So get back into the plank position and hold. If you can do this perfectly, I want you to add a challenge. Here's our challenge. These are basically furniture sliders. Okay? Buy them at Home Depot. Don't buy the ones online. They're too expensive. These are like $3 a piece. This is a basic plate. 5 pounds, 10 pounds. We have a couple ideas here for you. We're going to come down. I'm going to have one hand on the plate in a perfect plank. I'm going to transition and take my arm and do a half circle or a full circle. Half circle, come back around. Half circle, come back around. Reach out, bring it back. Reach out, bring it back. Switch. Half circle, bring it back. Half circle, bring it back. Reach it out. Reach it out. Lose that. Maybe grab the weight. Maybe bring it back. Maybe grab the weight. Maybe bring it back. Grab the weight. Bring it back. Hold that position. Hold it tight. Perfect plank. Slightly march. Just the legs move. Hips never sway. Just the legs move. Reach. 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 Drop your knees. Hand. Hand. Back up. Hold. Nothing moves. Nothing moves. Knee, knee, arm, arm, up. Hold. Knee, knee, arm, arm, hold. Knee, knee, arm, arm, up. Try this. Hand, hand, up, down, up, down, up, knee, knee, and rest. Now, I don't know your level, so it's hard to progress you. So I'm showing you different variations. You have to try those variations. Catching my breath. This is how I catch my breath. I'm catching my breath. I'm getting ready for my next set. Chest, dumbbells, fillers. 4 times. Going back into my chest press. Watch this. I have load. I'm in a closed pack position, like a sling. I cannot get hurt. I step back with the load. Again, closed pack position. Can't get hurt. I step back with the load. Okay? You know that you see this all the time. Okay? And people are going to rip their shoulders off. So here you are. Don't do that. Do your chest press. 1, 2. We're going to mimic what I did on the bench this time. Second set of your chest. Before you get to the bench. Single. 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 Watch what I do. Switch my feet. This feels awkward. Single. I'm challenging your body in different environments. I want you to adapt so that you can build up your balance and core stability. Core is always trained in a standing position. Together, last 2. Bring it in, sling. Tap, tap. Flat bench. Right into it. Dumbbells on your knees. Kick it back. Feet are up. You're a pro now. Okay, there's no stopping you. You don't have to do that. They're not magnets. We don't want to touch those together. Single. Single. The bench is the floor. You cannot bring your humerus, your arm, your elbow, however you want to define this so you can understand it, past the bench level. You don't need a stretch. Inverted V, together. Last 4, 3. Under active control, smooth and rhythmic. Don't let your knees fall. Keep them pointed to the ceiling. Turn, rock, up, right into your fillers. Your fillers are your planks. What you just witnessed. You're going to go around 4 times, and that is your chest workout. We'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to go into posterior deltoid, and here's what we're going to do. This is that same free motion machine, if you remember. Okay, I have this straight out in front of me. Look where it is based on where I'm standing. I set the pulleys up so water runs down my arm. Okay? I'm going to grab the hand grips and walk back. Standing in an upright posture, that athletic position, I'm going to drive my elbows and shoulder blades back. Notice I didn't say I'm pulling with my hands because I don't want to flex my wrist. Water still runs down. This is the opposite of a chest press. I'm just driving my arms back. Now you have to decide if you want a staggered stance. You might feel a little more stable in this position, or your feet together. All you're doing is driving back. Right? You never want your hands to migrate closely together. Keep them in line with your elbow. I'm going to let you pick out of these 4 exercises which ones you want to do. You're going to pick 2. 2 out of the 4. Remember the white rope? Same level. This is in line with my belly button. I'm putting the white rope on here. This is also a rear delt exercise. Don't get confused about the face pulls, the useless exercises you see at the gym with the black ropes and they pull it to their forehead. Okay, you're using a longer rope, so biomechanically, it's safer and more effective. I'm opening the rope. Opening the rope. This is one of my favorites out of the 4. I just want you to know. But you don't have to do it. Number 3. Let's picture this as either a squat rack or a Smith machine. You got the bar above your head. Okay? I'm going to grab in that same position right here. My hands are in a position so that when I pull up, they're 90 degrees. This is incorrect. See the angles of my joints? I want to be here. Get into a bridge position and hold. Pull yourself up. Pull yourself up. Look at my arms. They're not here. Get them down. Keep your arms on the shelf. And just pull straight up. Straight up. Keep your hips high. Straight up. Straight up and hold. Okay? Again, 10 repetitions. If you have a TRX at your facility, here's the final 4 of the posterior deltoid exercises. Pull, hold. I'm going to have you show this from the front too. Pull, hold. Pull, hold. Here's what you see. Okay, keep them out. Keep them wide. Keep them wide. Keep them wide. So those are the 4 exercises that you can do. You're going to pick 2 of those. Is it going to be the cable when you're pulling straight out, the rope, the bar, or the TRX? Pick 2 of those and do 4 sets of each. We're going to do a lot of training of the muscles you don't see in the mirror. We'll be right back. Extremity time. Wanted some opportunity to set up and think about the best pattern for you. I want you to go on Amazon.com or any one of your favorite supply stores, sporting goods stores. You've seen the tubing before. Okay, everything is coefficiency, elastic to plastic. You're not going to get yellow, which is the lightest, but you get like a mid-grade tube. Get a few of them. They're like 12 bucks a piece. You'll be using them throughout the video. I want you to start your leg day by standing on the tubes. I want you to look at the arch of your foot, that little arch right in here on your sneaker. You're going to put the tube down, stand on it about shoulder width apart. Okay, you're going to lift a little bit, give it a little tug. Get this pretty tight in the middle. See that? You're going to take the tube, you're going to cross the tube. Now if you have pockets, put your thumbs in your pockets. If you don't have pockets, the last thing you want to do is hold this like this. You're going to see it all the time. I want you to get your fist into the crease right here. Okay, so right now, they really can't pull on my hands and I can't elevate my trapezius and levator. I'm not going to get the stress in my upper cervical area doing this exercise. We're going to activate the minimus and medius of the glute, which is going to put more neural response and more stabilizers in the what's called the lumbopelvic hip complex. Pretty simple. We're going to make and stabilize your hips and activate your glutes so that you're going to be stronger in the squat. I'm doing a kinetic chain or a tubing walk. I'm not going to drag my feet like this. I'm going to walk and I want you to imagine that there's a bar on my back across my shoulder. Draw a straight line, that I'm following the straight line. If there was a string going straight across, level with my nose, right here, my nose would be following that string. You don't want to see this. And you don't want to see this, back and forth. So I just want to slowly walk to the side. And you're going to do this in the gym, wherever you are. Doesn't matter. Just walk. Okay? Just find a spot. Activate the glutes. Back and forth. Even if you only have 5 feet. Just walk back and forth. The key to this exercise, your feet will never go closer than this. Okay, this to me is, if you look down, they're about 12 inches apart. Okay, you're never going to go closer. So it's not this. Okay, don't lose resistance. Keep the resistance. Once you walk back and forth, let's say 10 steps back and forth, I want you to do that 3 or 4 times, non-stop, non-stop. Activate the glutes. You're going to feel the contraction and the tightness in here. Any wall in the facility. You could go up against a piece of equipment. It doesn't matter. Anywhere. Piece of equipment. Some of the bigger machines, the pin select machines, let's just say this is the backside of a machine, an adductor, abductor machine, a chest press, something. I want you to put your feet about 3 to 4 inches apart. Come on down where water could still run down your legs. And I want you to stay off the wall. I'm not against the wall. Hip flex forward. Put your hands here. Lift your toes slightly. Put all the pressure through your ankles. And hold this wall sit position. That's all you're doing. Just hold it. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Hold it, hold it, hold it as long as you can. Let's say a minute goes by. Hold this position. Rock off the wall. As soon as you get off the wall, listen, every gym has a straight bar. You have the ability to set these things up. You're going to know better than I will in your gym how it's situated. You have your squat racks, you have a couple benches, you have a couple plates. It's all right here. Okay, I'm going to grab the end of this bar. You put a bar down on the ground, a plain 45-pound bar. Okay, because of where I'm holding the bar, it's not going to be 45 pounds, obviously. There's no weight on it, and we have a pivot situation here. Okay? Very safe, very effective. The reason I love this exercise is called a suitcase or a side-loaded squat. The reason I love it is because mechanically, as my hips go down, it actually forces me in the right biomechanics. Versus having a dumbbell. You've seen at the gyms, they hold the kettlebells in front of them, the plates in front of them, it throws you forward. The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. We're trying to learn how to use a squat, and we have a load pulling us forward, which makes no sense at all. Okay, somebody saw it in a textbook, somebody saw it on a video, and they started to do it. When I come down on my squat, you have to position yourself. See what I'm doing? You have to position yourself so your hand ends up on the side of your calf. Okay, right here. Just squat. Squat, slow. On the top end, chest high. Chest high. Chest high. Don't throw your arm forward. Chest high. Chest high. Chest high. Okay, you could get fancy and behind your back. Hold it here. Back into your squat. I just positioned myself so my hand is right along. I'm just squatting. Triple flexion. My ankles, my knees, my hips, everything goes back. I'm just doing about 10 to 12 repetitions on each side. Last rep, be careful. Step back. Drop it. Come on over here. Now listen, we have a flat bench. I don't know if your facility has AirX pads and different devices, some kind of cushion, some kind of yoga mat. You could use that. I pick what I find worst case scenario. If you want to fluff this up and make it a little more comfortable, that's perfect. Put a little mat on top, maybe a towel. Bring a towel with you to the gym. I need a range limiter because I'm so tall. So when I go down to my squat, I only could go about this deep. I can't go all the way to the bench, okay, because I feel it in my low back. It's been that way forever. So I have a little range limiter, and that's what I use the plates for. You have to decide. Based on your height, do you have the ability to go all the way down pain-free? Love it. But you can't go down as far where water can't run down your leg. So when you look at yourself on the bench and you're seated, and you just look and say, hey, if I poured water on my pants right now, could water run down? No, it's sitting on. Oh, I have to be here. You get it? So, you're going to grab these dumbbells. Side load. Shoulder blades back. This equates to you holding a wheelbarrow, old school wheelbarrow, okay? Your arms are back, not forward. Position yourself as close to that range limiter or those plates or that block or that AirX pad, whatever you want. And you're going to do a sit squat. Remember, your goal is to activate and strengthen and gain muscle as you have the ability to burn more calories by doing exercises, by doing movements that create more caloric burn. I don't want you standing there with a bar on your back doing squats, okay, eating Twinkies between sets. Don't laugh. I've seen it. Slow. Twinkies back, you know, has a shelf life of what, 20 years? Isn't that true, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're doing that sit squat. Turn around, drop them. Don't rest. You're right here. Now you're doing a step back lunge. Step back. Step back. Step back. Tap. Up. Tap. Up. Look at this position. Wrong. Correct. 10. Switch. Opposite hits. Opposite. Look, you don't have to go anywhere. You're right here. Not the typical lunge, is it? This is the way the lunge was meant to do. Step back lunge, almost a straight leg. Hopefully you're not pulling too much here. You can adjust it, have a soft bend in your knee. I don't want you doing this, okay? Just, it's all here. This is where it comes from. Lift, 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 lift. 10 on each side. So what did we do? We did a wall sit, correct? We came over here. We had this set up. We did a side loaded squat. We're working on our stabilizers. Do I have the ability to maintain my center of mass in this three-dimensional environment in a squat stance, true core, without having it pull me, get my weight distribution properly, turn it, or behind the back, whatever looks cooler, and go into your squat here. We grab 2 dumbbells, came here, sit squat, put them down, went right into our step back lunge, sternum, switch. How many reps of each? I don't know, you tell me. You're going to hear that a lot. I don't know. You sat on the wall for about a minute and a half, maybe 30 seconds. Came over here, you did 8 reps on each side. You went over here, you grabbed the dumbbells, and you did 7 sit squats. You turned, and you did 8 on each side. Guess what? That was 1 set. You're going to go around 3 times. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So we're doing another segment. We're going to redo our leg series for you. And here's the deal. I'm not a fan of this machine. I wanted to show you the difference. This is the leg extension machine. As I extend my leg up with this distal loading, I'm getting my patella, femoral joint, is driving into the pad. So basically this is the fulcrum or the lever arm that's going out. Basically I'm getting all my stress in my knees, to say it simply. All right, so what I don't want to do is continue this repetition range as my knees drive into the pad and my butt lifts. So to offset that, we're going to get rid of the anchor point. The anchor point is basically the pad where the knee sits. Any cable machine whatsoever, we're going to bring the pulley all the way down. It doesn't matter where you do this. You need a low pulley. Any station. This looks familiar. Okay, your basic strap. Now this particular one I like. I bought this, I think I bought this on Amazon because it has a padding on the inside. And I would say 99% of the time, regardless of the weather, I always like to wear shorts when I train. So it really helps not giving you any pain on the ankle when you're doing this. You have a couple choices here. You have to set your weight. I don't know what that might be. I'll give you an example. I use anywhere from 8 to 12 on a weight stack. Let's say I use about 50, 60 pounds when I do something like this. I need a base of support anywhere. So basically right now my left leg is in motion. This is 100% gluteal, glute maximus, hip extension. The hamstring muscle gets the most emphasis on this because the hamstring is much stronger at hip extension than it is on knee flexion. Okay, so those lying leg curls are very deceiving. And although you feel it, you get more hamstring here. Believe it or not, it's the truth. Hard pill to swallow. You have a couple choices. You could put this down and just hold on to the machine this way, anywhere you're comfortable. You could put this up and hold on to the machine. You just need a base of support. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to move this out of my way because I choose to stand here. Here's the motion. Directly in front of you, straight line is the pulley. Bend the knee. Drive the toe into the ground. Straighten the leg. Nothing moves. Extend. Look at that range of motion. Look at my upper body. My sternum never drops. I'm going to do it again. Toe. Knee. Straighten. Extend. Toe. Knee. Straighten. Extend. And when I extend, I'm pushing down, pushing back, almost like there's something under my toe and I'm trying to slide it across the ground. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. I don't know what that is. You see that all the time. Okay, that's momentum. I could stay here all day and do this. Slow, that's as far as you're going. The range of motion is the same as the upper body. Watch what I do with my arm. You see how far I go? 17 degrees of shoulder extension concentrically. That's all I have. Picture this as my foot. That's it. That's what's down here. Same thing. As soon as you get done with 12 to 15 reps, I want you to immediately turn around. Figure out your base. What do you like? Pulley straight ahead. Watch what I do. Start back here. I am going to mimic the leg extension machine with absolutely no anchor point. Extension, 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 extension. Notice the femur doesn't move. My legs are lined up together, and all I'm doing is flexing and extending. Extend, extend, extend. It's not this. Okay? Extend. I'm just straightening my leg out. Straighten my leg out. As soon as I get done with that, immediately flip around. Find my base of support. Toe, knee, extend. Toe, knee, extend. I'm going to do this. Both sides. 15, turn around, 10. Turn around, 15, turn around, 10. Why am I doing 15 and 10? I'm trying to put more regional emphasis, more stimulus, okay, more volume in hip extension, things that we never even think about training, okay, things we don't see in the mirror, than flexion, because I don't want to tighten up your rectus femoris too much. We get that in everything we do. You're going to see 10 times better results cosmetically by doing higher reps here, and then to turn around a little less. So remember, 15 extension, 15 on the hip extension, 10 on the lower leg extension, so 15, 10, 15, 10, 15, 10, and 15, 10, 4 sets each side. That is the continue in the end of the lower extremity. We'll be right back. Now we're going to go into a very small single joint movement, the bicep. I'm sure you train biceps every which way. Elbow flexion is elbow flexion. Here's what I want you to do. You're basically going to have the pulley lined up with the same arm that's going to be involved in the motion. So if you look straight down from my shoulder joint all the way to my middle finger is the cable going into the pulley. Can't say it any better way. Okay, I'm in my anatomical position and I'm just going to flex the elbow. Here's what you never want to do during a bicep curl. People flex and then they shoulder flex. You'll see it all the time. So to help facilitate the motion, they're incorporating anterior delt, and eventually you'll get pains in here. So I just want you to throw the arm back a little bit and just elbow flex. You could hold on to the machine if you wish. There might be a pole here, something, anything, any kind of anchor. I want you to have an anchor. Okay, there's a purpose for that anchor. I want you to do as many elbow flexion movements as you can. Let's say you did 10, 12, 15. Literally go right to the other side, step to the side, line it up with the middle finger, you're here, and continue. And continue. So you're just doing that curl non-stop, 10, 12, 15. Look, this never moves. This shoulder joint never moves. I'm just flexing from the elbow. I want you to go non-stop, 3 sets on each side. Nice and slow. You're just standing there, not doing anything. It's non-stop, slow, controlled, rhythmic, 10, 10, 10. There is no rest, no hesitation. Your water bottle's sitting here. Do whatever you have to do. Do not stop the movement pattern. As soon as you drop it down, 3 sets on each side, 10, 12, whatever you're doing. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Immediately go to the bench. Kneel on the bench. I want your feet, or your knees, excuse me, I'm sorry. I want your knees a little wide on the bench to give you a nice base of support. Grab 2 dumbbells, and I want you to, the best of your ability, to maintain perfect posture. Stick your butt out a little bit, and give me an elbow flex position, but only go this high. Hold that position, slow. Hold that position, slow. Hold that position. Hold that position. I'm starting to burn out. This is what you're saying to yourself. So you're losing a little steam. Then I want you to say to yourself, okay, singles. At every given moment, try to keep that dumbbell flat with your palm up. The only reason why Weight evolution, little trivia right here. The only reason why we turn the dumbbells is because they're too long. We got to get them by our sides. There's no magic here. If you have the ability to keep them up the whole time, you will get a better result. We only turn them because the dumbbells are long. No one ever thought of that. The turn is not magic. A muscle is a muscle. The fibers run all the same direction. Single. When you get done with those singles, I want you just to flex your wrist for me. Just stay there. Just flex your wrist a little bit. Okay, 5, 10, whatever. Then I want you to go into the hammer curl. Halfway. Halfway. Hammers work a different muscle group. Just go halfway. The brachioradialis. Yes, the elbow flexor is the bicep. I get it. But it's the default muscle now. The bicep defaults in the brachioradialis, or the muscles of the forearm, from your thumb. Ones you can see in the mirror that are up, that I'm looking at now as I flex, in the forearm area. That's what we're working. If you have the ability to do them together, go for it. And that's it. So what did I do? I did my 3 sets here. I ran over here. I got on the bench. I felt good. I felt strong. I started to burn out. I did a single, single, single. Started to burn out. I gave myself a rest by flexing my forearm. What did I really do? I activated the flexors of the forearm to relax the brachioradialis, more the extensor group, and I did the hammer curl. Okay, this is a method to the madness. And I did a hammer curl. I felt strong, so I decided to do a couple together. I put it down. What was that? Yeah, that was a set. That was 1 set. I want you to go around 3 times. That's the bicep workout. So remember all the little segments that I put together, the modules, the stuff you saw me doing on the floor. Put all that together and say, hey, I like this little series of movements. I think I'm going to incorporate it with my leg day, or I'm going to incorporate it with my back day, or something like that. Okay, when you look at this video, like you've already watched it, obviously, you'll know exactly how to put this together, because I'm going to say chest day, back day, or day 1, day 2, day 1, day 2, rest day, etc. All right, thank you so much for your trust in my consultation, and I hope that you and I talk very soon so we can put this all together. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me anytime. Thank you very much.